and the will to win. Good afternoon, everybody. This is OneStream.Live for Business. We're live at 12:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. We need to correct that. You're listening to, or will be listening to, Stephen Healey and Joe Sheppard, and we're talking about the power of using live video in your company. This is a business-orientated show, and I'm going to remove the card, and you should see, well, if I remove that card as well, just a minute. This is all technical stuff. Okay, she should see Joe and I. And if I go like this, because we've got so many different options in our studio, as Joe explained yesterday, so many different ways of showing information. Hello, Joe.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
I'm
back again. And hey, listen, day 3, really looking forward to this. I thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. I picked up some things as I'm going through myself. Which was really good. And thanks again to everybody for the feedback that we've had so far and the questions that we've had. And the biggest one being is how, what are the next steps? How do people get involved? We will come to that as the week goes on, peoples.
We're going to cover everything. We're going to try to. And then with just one change, Joe now decided that rather than broadcasting on a Saturday when there's rugby taking place, we're actually moving the final show over to Monday. And we're waiting to find out what time we'll be on. We'll keep you informed about that. Now, OneStream is different from other systems in that you can go to multiple destinations and you can go up to 30 destinations. I don't know of another system that offers this, Joe.
No, not me. It's one of the things that has attracted me. Obviously, the big one being that we can go live to an individual or business or an organization's webpage. So you're sending people directly there, not doing a click through from a platform to a site. So that's really great. But the phenomenal amount of accounts, excuse me, that you can have on, and of course you can invite team members if you're on a certain package, and those team members as well. So for mine, I've got two of my guys who we've taught to be, as we said the other day, they've gone from guests to hosts to producer directors. They are now team members in my own OneStream.Live system, and they have all of the same benefits that I have. They just don't see the account side of things, which is that's not to me anyway because I trust them. But they can add some of their profiles in as well, and that's pretty cool to be able to do. So there's, again, as ever, there's lots to OneStream.Live.
That's true. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a reprise of the pricing, because this is a commercial show, so you need to know first of all, everything that we show you is live. It works. We're not talking about something that's going to happen. We're using it as you can use it from today. So let's just bring in the pricing for a moment. And there it is on screen. And we're going to go to the side of it. If I go here, there you have it. Now, pricing is interesting. You can have a trial of the system, so you can try it out before you decide to buy. You can try it for free without a credit card, so there's no payment involved, and everything that we're showing you can actually just try for yourself. Now, the prices start from $8 a month up to $59 a month, and when you think about your advertising budget, Joe, these are realistic numbers.
Oh yeah, very much so. Excuse me. As we said on day one, you can actually start. The ultimate option we would always advise people is to do a joint venture with a professional live streamer or a live streaming team who has this set up, so you can almost try and test it, as you start. But like I did, it is starting on the basic package. The thing is, when you start on the basic package, you go things that are like, because it will do certain amount of things. But from a cost point of view, it is ridiculously low. I mean, it is ridiculous. There's nothing else to blow smoke up at anybody's backside. It's ridiculously low, get you started, and then you can use some of that money then on the other half of the thing, which is then working with somebody who can teach and train and develop you in it. So that's that's the ultimate system, isn't it, really?
It is. Now, the thing that's influenced by the pricing is the number of social accounts you can actually connect to your OneStream.Live account. If you're on the free trial, then you can just connect 2 social media destinations. The $8 a month package, you've got 5 destinations, and then we start to get into the business arena, where you've got 25 destinations, and the top end package, which still is only $59 a month, is 50 destinations. I think the ability to go live on 40 of those at any one time is basically one of the standout features of OneStream.Live.
It is, yeah, very much so. And it's one of the great things is now I've just gone on to because I forgot to give Stephen my details. What I've done is I've just gone on to our live video production page. We have a live video production page on Facebook. Go and check us out on there as well. And I've just shared this live now onto my own timeline. No fan details, and done in seconds. And I think it comes back to when we were looking around yesterday and what we're describing about live streaming strategies and live streaming as a service and one-click systems through, and the fact that OneStream.Live have allowed us to play around with this, find the things that we as seasoned experts, if you like, want to change, and that's fab. So the capabilities, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Live, a page, a group, your personal timeline, LinkedIn profile and page, if you qualify for LinkedIn, Amazon Live and Vimeo, all of these things that can go in, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. It's so big. So, it is so big and it is so impressive. Sometimes people, it could potentially not put people off, but it's just amazing. But the simplicity of how quick.
Yeah.
And you hear the old adage of, well, if I can do it, so can you. But it is very, very true. I am not, despite of having a tech company, people say, I am not a technically minded individual. I am what they class as tech aware, not tech savvy. And anybody who knows me knows that's goddamn truth. So what it takes Stephen probably 2 hours to learn probably takes me literally 2 weeks to learn. But this is brilliant, and I've learned this over a couple of weeks, obviously with Stephen's help.
But the thing, the thing is, Joe, we're actually continuously learning from each other.
Yeah.
Because it's a team effort, and we're basically on the shows this week. We've pulled our resources and our perspectives because we're on the same page. We've always been on the same page, but we do genuinely love live broadcasting. We see the benefits of live broadcasting for business, and that's what we're talking about this week. Now, Joe is sharing his screen at the moment, and I'm going to bring it in, and here we are. Now, we're going to talk about where you can broadcast to, and I think the thing here is the simple thing is broadcast to where your audience is, where your potential audience is. But there is no extra cost to broadcasting to other destinations. You can only monitor so many, Joe.
Yeah, very, very much so. Excuse me. Again, one of the great things that OneStream.Live have done is we have centralized comments section. So everything comes in, which you can't do on. I don't think you can do on any other one, Stephen. If I'm correct.
That's true. A unified chat.
That's the word it was on. Excuse me. Unified chat. Yeah, I need to remember that expression. That's brilliant. And that, again, makes it so much easier. You're not having to have teams of engagers, as I would call them, out on different platforms. So Stephen's right. The first thing is, where is your audience? Or where do you want your target audience to be? And mix those things up. And then with the new unified chat, it all comes in together. And it just makes it so much easier. And people would expect that, to be honest, Stephen. That you've got, everything. If they put a comment on and they've taken the time to join in and to engage with you, there's nothing worse than, you get no engagement back. And with most of the other, in fact, all of the other live streaming platforms, it's not the problem of the host or the engagers out there. You can't see all of it in one place.
That's right.
Win-win.
Right. Now then, where can we broadcast to? We are, as Joe said, we're actually spoilt for choice. Joe, would you take us through the main ones, and then we'll look at some others as well.
So, obviously, we'll start with Facebook Live. So, for example, today we'll be going out through live video production page, and if I click on that, obviously you have to have your Facebook profile, and you have to be a working admin within there. So I've clicked on that, and this is what you get. You can edit your settings if you need to. Continue as Joe Shepp. So I'll say, yep, that's okay. And it should take us back now. And it's offering me two. It's offering two of my main pages because I haven't actually associated the other pages I'm on with. So Rugby Academy Ireland, obviously I'm the managing admin on that, and my own 3bod rugby group. So we'll pick 3bod rugby group, connect to OneStream. I think one of the problems is that these are already connected. So, yeah, they are. So therefore, I can't connect. But that's what happens. And so that's on pages, and that's the sort of thing that you're likely to see. Again, if we go to a group, again, we'll post. So you're giving permission, which is really great. It tells you, and actually, let me just click into that one there, Stephen. Here we go.
Yeah.
Fab. To these are all the groups, or some of the main groups that I would sit in. Yeah, there's a lot. So I can pick any of those, what you allow. There we go. Post content into all our groups, 297 groups. Let me just go back. So at every stage, you see every bit of the process. So let's continue and see what we get from there. So pages, groups, again, populating the accounts. And again, it's very good from a data protection point of view because you're giving permission. So here we go. Let's connect. Wow. Okay. This is a new one, and fantastic new group of International Rugby Union Stadium authorized. So again, all of these groups, that's another one of mine. I will do that one there. Authorize selected groups. So yeah, authorize. In fact, we'll just do that one for now. Connect to OneStream. One or more groups requires authorization. Okay.
Right. Okay. Well, whilst if we put that in the background, I think there is a point here about groups and about companies.
Yes.
So I'm just going to hide that for a second. No, I'm not. No, just let me hide something.
Okay.
Okay, I've got it now. And we're back to myself and Joe now. Broadcasting to your company page on Facebook is a great idea because it's the best way to get interaction. We know it's better than posting. We know it's better than actually putting images up. The best interaction is when you actually go live and you actually talk to people and they can respond in real time. However, there is another way you can reach your customers and actually involve them. With OneStream.Live, you can, as Joe has just said, you can just broadcast live to a group. And if you gather your customers into a Facebook group, you can take advantage of the fact that you have within the OneStream platform live selling. And that means that you can go live into a private group to people already interested in your product and service, and you can market special offers whilst you're live. And the live selling actually makes that so simple and straightforward. The other thing is that you can actually involve people with OneStream in the group. You can bring another 9 people on screen and have a roundtable discussion around topics related to your interests. So you can build a following in a group, and starting from scratch is probably the best thing to do now. You can start a group from scratch, invite people in, do promotions on your page saying join our group for exclusive offers, join our group for exclusive courses. All of these can be broadcast out on OneStream. And basically what you
We've lost Stephen. There we go. I'm still in the studio. That was me, and here he is back again.
I'm back again. Just a moment. Yeah. The thing is that you're actually building a loyal audience within the group, and you're rewarding them by giving special offers, by involving with them. And OneStream.Live is great for that because you could just do the live selling, a webinar type arrangement, or you can actually bring people in on screen and talk about a topic. So you can get involved with the audience without this outside world seeing. Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's one way you could do it. The other way within OneStream that nobody else has got is you can have your very own landing page, and you can invite, if you don't want to run a group, you can invite people to your landing page, which is effectively on the web, and you can again bring people in, and the only people who get to know about the broadcast are the people you actually send the link to. So it makes it ultra private. So you can go public on your page, you can go private in a group, you can go private on a OneStream page hosted by OneStream. So if I go here and I go here, we should be back, Joe.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's good. I'm just, I've just. There's another phase that you don't see when. So where I'm in there, I've just authorised one of those groups, because what you have to do, it's not just a case of allowing OneStream into your group, just connecting automatically. You have to go in and authorise that app within the Facebook group as well. So again, it's a layered approach to security, and at every stage, every little piece is talking to each other. So that was pages and groups. I'm just my camera in front of that today, and again, you would probably see. Now, yeah, there we go. You can see now current profile. Obviously, it's green. If you didn't have that, then it would be grayed out. And then when you can connect to OneStream, it then allows you. I'm not going to log out because it'll take me out of the studio. And that's it. So that's it. Page, group, and profile on Facebook. The same with LinkedIn. So again, at this stage, you're authorizing it to come back in. OneStream would like to, and it lists all the things they want. So we're going to allow that. And again, that should now then come back. You should be seeing that come back. Once that connection is done. Great, there we go. So connected LinkedIn profile. So that is done. If you had more than one profile, again, you can do that with a page, YouTube. Again, I've got a number of YouTube accounts there, but again, it's the same simple process, Stephen. Every single time, you go through. Same with Twitch and Twitter, Instagram is slightly different. TikTok,
right?
Again, putting in, but it's the same process. There's a layered approach for security and authority for each of the stages that you go through. So again, Stephen, do you want to talk about customer?
Yeah, two I want to talk about. One is, in just a second. Can you just go back one, Joe?
I can say.
Thank you very much. Next to Instagram and TikTok, you will see OneStream. Now, that's a very important one to connect, because that's the one you can only have one, which is the message we're getting at the moment, and that is the one that broadcasts out to your website. So when you're setting up a broadcast, you broadcast to the OneStream.Live, and that takes everything across to your website, and that's the one that enables it. We can only have one for very good reasons. That it gets complicated without if you go further than that. But as we'll explain tomorrow, you can use the code to actually broadcast more than one web page at the same time. And the second one I want to talk about is Amazon Live. I broadcast on Amazon Live. Let's come here. Let me go here. I broadcast on Amazon Live 8 days a week, and I've been doing it for the last 19 months. If you are interested in being on Amazon Live as an affiliate and broadcasting live whenever you want, 24/7, then do get in touch with me. It is a fascinating experience. You're actually meeting and greeting people over on Amazon.com, the world's third largest website, and it's a special broadcast. It's totally different from broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So if your business is side hustles like affiliate marketing, then it is the place to be. So that's my take on broadcasting to Amazon Live. Brilliant place to broadcast live to. Okay. So where are we next?
What about my live webpage? Take people through that, because there we go. So when I click onto that, you should be seeing that in the studio now.
Okay.
Perhaps just talk them through what that means. Do you want me to go back to the dashboard or just take people through that again? So my live, that was the third party RTMP source. Sorry, I put up originally. That's a separate one in its own right, isn't it? Really,
It is, yeah.
you've explained it, but as a as a teach yourself, and of course, all of this will be as part of our Udemy course, which comes out in mid-June. But it is a separate standalone, if you like, a lesson in its own right. But my live web page, Stephen. So
Yeah.
when you click on that, talk the followers through what this is,
Okay.
why it's reduced to me.
Select one from the top.
Okay, let's go to Cove.
Okay, there you are. So you've now got an editable page in front of you. This is a private page for you only, hosted by OneStream, and you can tailor it to suit your own needs. So you can change the heading, you can change the text, you can put a call to action in there, you can put your phone number in, you can have up to 4 social media accounts involved as well, and customize the pictures. In fact, there isn't anything you can't customize. The only thing that's fixed is the central black area, which is where your live broadcast will appear when you go live from OneStream. So you can customize everything, colorwise, background images, and as you see down the left-hand side, you've got options that you can switch on and off again until you actually get the layout that you want. And that's what it's all about. It's all about getting the layout to your own design. So there are suggested pictures. There are 4 different layouts you can choose from, and you customize one of them, and then you publish it. And when you published it, you'll get a unique URL, and that unique URL you can share with people so that when you go live from OneStream to the web, they can come and watch you on this page, which nobody apart from the people who've got the link knows about, and you can change the link as you wish. So this is basically for people who don't, if you've not got a website, if you don't have a company website, this gives you one page where you can broadcast live whenever you wish to an invited audience. And just a point here, you could put a paywall on here and you could actually charge people to come and watch, which is why it's important that you can change the URL each time. So it is basically a marketing tool. It's a landing page, and you can send people to it at any time. You can go live at any time, and you can either talk about, well, you've got total freedom. You can talk about anything you like. You can talk about business, talk about products, services. You could have a roundtable chat. You can invite people to join you on screen. Everything is open, and it does add to the power, because one of the things is, we were talking the other day, it is private, it is totally private, and therefore you're in control and you decide what appears on screen. There is nobody on Facebook or YouTube watching you, and you're not subject to Facebook and YouTube's rules. You're the one who sets the rules, so there is no problem at all. Well, it's yet to be tested, but this is totally private. You can do what you want, is what we're saying. And if you wish, you can embed this page into your own website. Although the quickest way to do that is, well, this one page, or you can embed just the player using HTML. Yeah, so you've got 2 choices. If you're using CNAME, which is here, then you have to go to your own website, go into the toolkit on your website, add this URL, as basically what you're doing is when people click this URL on my website, they'll be switched over to the page, and you're actually integrating that into your website. Yeah, I mean, there are 2 ways to do it. You can go live on your website without using CNAME, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine are all held by, all my domains are held by names.co.uk, and I taught myself it. Again, it's very, very simple methodology to go through, and again, here we go. Personalized web page. There's tutorials for absolutely everything. Obviously, this one through to YouTube from the OneStream.Live team on how to do that. And even if somebody's going to do it for you or with you, I always say to people, excuse me, learn, then earn. And you need to be able to understand whether you're a technical whiz kid like Stephen is. I'm not, but I watch everything. So I understand. So when I'm having the conversation with Stephen about how something works, I have the courtesy to have a little bit of an understanding so I can have that conversation with them. And of course, then great as ever. You've probably seen that. It's going through now to the OneStream help desk, where they've got a whole series of automated blogs and links and everything through. And look at that step by step approach to what you're doing. So again, you don't have to be a technical whiz kid. I can read all this and have an understanding so that when I'm talking, well, when I when I was global head of information and knowledge management for the British Army's Royal Military Police, one of the things was speaking to geeks, lovely people, awesome human beings, driven by passion. But it's very much they talk in almost smoke and mirrors. It was almost like a Blackadder moment, Stephen. The first conversation I had with our tech team, and I felt like Baldrick and Blackadder when Captain Blackadder says, "Answer the general." He said, "I would, but I haven't got a clue what he's talking about." And it's that thing. So you learn and then you earn, and it allows you to have the conversations. And actually, you realise in time that you don't have to be doing all of this yourself, but understanding what it does is a real powerful thing, I think, to be able to do. And there we are, back to templates.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's just hide that for a moment because we're coming up the home straight incredibly. When Joe and I get together and talk, we can talk for England and Ireland, no problem at all.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to remove that from the screen. So we come back to Joe and me. And the thing is that you're in total control of everything. At no time do things get out of hand. You're in total control in your OneStream studio that we talked about yesterday, and you can to multiple destinations. We've said you can go up to, if you're on the free plan, 2 places, then 5 places, then 25 places, then 50, depending on how much you're actually paying. I'm just going to close a tab down now because I can see that we're actually pushing the limits as always, and I should be back in the studio in a second. Hopefully I haven't disappeared.
No, you don't.
I think, I don't know, just a minute. I'm just waiting for my studio. I'm not sure whether I can be seen or heard.
Yeah, I can see you, mate, and I can see you and I can hear you.
Just a minute.
Yeah, we are definitely still there. I'm just looking at
right. Okay.
You are there, sir.
All right, I'm here.
It's just it's taking them completely out. So there we go. We'll wait for Stephen to come back in, but that's where we are today. Having a look around at where you can actually put your posts out to. And based on the there we go, Stephen's talking about based on the numbers on the product plan that Stephen spoke about earlier today and on Monday, and for the cost of that you can go to so many places. Again, it always comes back down to what fits the model. We're currently writing a gold, silver, and bronze package for different organisations, individuals, and businesses that will fit in. Ultimately, and this is where you end up talking yourself out of business, because ultimately I want to bring an organisation on that journey. For me personally, where we're teaching them what to do and how to do and why to do it, where it dovetails into the strategy that they have for marketing and social media and everything else, so it becomes an integral part of that package. And then eventually taking some of their team and having one of those host while somebody else is doing producer direction in the background, or somebody's doing the engagement piece in the background. And then through a Udemy course, we put them in. So it's almost like a conveyor belt. So they come in at one end and they go all the way through. And the business model for that is actually far better than just every single month we'll do it all for you. Give us a pot of money, we go. But that's not buy-in. That's not teaching people. We want people to learn and develop as they go. So all that learn and earn is part of that process coming through. So there we are. Hopefully we'll get Stephen back into the studio.
I should
because he's on obviously on a different cycle from me. So let me just come back into there. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, and hopefully we can see him back into the studio shortly. But he's obviously having some technical gremlins, which has kicked him out of his own studio. He is there because he is moving us around because I don't have that control.
Just a minute.
So although I'm not sure what's happened with his camera and his sound, he can probably still hear us. We can know that he's definitely still there. So again, we'll just wait for him to come in. In fact, what I'm going to do, this is great. I'm going to go into this private chat box we've got and say, Chief, what is happening, my friend?
I think I'm still here, Joe. Joe,
you know what? You can do that and not feel. And there we go. There's a ping just come through, so we know he's definitely there as well. We're just not seeing him on the screen. So there we are. So we'll wait and see when he comes back. But that's one of the great things we said on Monday about live streaming. Things will go wrong. It's a bit like when you are in the forces. Your weapon is made by the lowest bidder and will jam at the most inopportune time. That's why they give them a rifle and a pistol and a sidearm pistol. So these things happen. But one of the things is not to get sort of bent out of shape about it. The worst case scenario, I'm not controlling this show today. Excuse me, Stephen is. I'm an invited guest into his studio, the same as we would. This has happened to me in the past on other platforms as well. And what you simply do is you say, thanks very much. You can't end the show as you would expect to with a little outro video or putting an overlay up saying thanks very much, we'll see you tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. And all you do, in this case, you don't sweat it. There we go. So Stephen's live from Wilson. So we know he's there. We just can't see him, or I can't see him. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look into onto my Facebook timeline while I'm talking, because I've gone. It is live on there. We shared that today earlier on, if you remember rightly. So I can see that. I can see that Stephen is live to the world. His camera is there. I can see him there. But what I'm not seeing, please refresh. Here we go. This will be something new. If I refresh my screen, what happens? So, yes, sir, I will refresh. Changes you made might not be saved. Oh, this is interesting. If I don't see you on the other side, we'll see you tomorrow at 12:30. Let's try this one. This is a new one as well. Let's go.
Right, okay. Joe has refreshed and he should be back in the studio. I mean, I was there just listening to Joe, and you're back.
We're here. We kept it going. It was great.
Well done.
That was really, really good, because I tried different things. Tried the private chat, explained to the audience that these things happen, sent you a private message, went into my Facebook profile. I could see you there, so I knew there was something. And then, what a fab thing to do. Refresh. I came back in, rejoined, and the session didn't end. So that's excellent, mate.
Basically, I think we definitely had a glitch there. I mean, I was sat. Everybody who's been watching knows I was sat there listening to you, and I couldn't say anything because you couldn't hear me. Not only could you hear me, you could not see me.
And then that's why I thought, well, I'll go to Facebook and see what's being projected out to the world. What the signal's coming out? Is it in studio? And it's those small bracketing things that you get used to doing. You think, okay, well, it's not that. It's not that. I'm not in control of the studio, and therefore, actually, for a guest, and these are the things that you discuss with the guest before, what we call actions on. If this happens, don't worry. This will be this, and it's that reassurance thing that things will go wrong from time to time. It's just how we deal with them. I thought about us last night. I was watching. We were watching MasterChef, and there was an Asian lady on there, and they were at some fire service headquarters doing the big cook-off thing in semi-finals. Anyway, and she forgot to put the eggs into her sponge, and she went, "Oh, okay, it's now a biscuit. Just as calm as that, and it was a success. So these things happen in every aspect of the world, and we just roll with it. So yeah, we got through.
Okay, what we've just proved is that even if the host disappears, even if the guest disappears, the show goes on because this is OneStream.Live. Joe, it's over to you to close today's broadcast.
Brilliant, Stephen. Thanks again for an expert bit of tuition. Even I've learned more today as I've been going on, which is brilliant. Thank you, everybody, who's watching, and we'll watch on catch up as well. We'll be back day 4 tomorrow, where Stephen, we are looking at.
We're looking at broadcasting to your website, which is most important. And this is all included in your OneStream.Live package.
Absolutely. So there we go. Tomorrow, real key thing, just how easy it is to go. And Stephen will be leading on all that, because this is a new aspect to me. So I'm really, although I've been going through some of this, I'm really excited for tomorrow. So day 4, 12:30 tomorrow, you'll see me, Big Joe Sheppard from here in Ireland, Stephen in Devizes in Wiltshire. We'll see you then. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.
Bye. Oh, wait a minute.